Why is this card so weird? Like, this is a good card, but like, why are there 6 early prelim cards?
Yeah, I saw that breakdown as well. I'm not sure. They had three, like the prelims on ESPN. They had it 3 fights, but now they stuck a fourth fight in there. I think they added. I think they added 2 fights to the card late, so I'm not sure what it is. What do you think overall about this card for a pay-per-view for the 5 pay-per-view fights? Think it's worth
Um,
the buy? You think it's worth $90, or you think it's a pass?
90.
I mean, that's what it costs to tax anymore and stuff. Yeah, it's $90.
I have never paid for a pay per view, so I honestly have no idea. That's
I have.
absolutely insanity. $90? No, no,
I don't
it's
want
not.
Donald. I don't want to watch Cowboy for $90
$90.
anymore. I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, chaos. If chaos, replace Cowboy fight with Chaos Williams and Randy Brown. In my opinion, that's a fucking banger. That's how you start a pay-per-view. I don't want to see fucking Cowboy in there on a pay-per-view.
Well, Cowboy's huge. Cowboy's got a huge name, so having him open the pay per view is going to be pretty big.
For sure. I mean, I
yeah,
guess he could be on there, but I don't know. I mean, that's not a fight I'm looking forward to, though.
I would take Shogun off the main card and have him headline the prelims, right? So when you look at the structure of a card, you can't think of it as
That's
one.
better. You know, somebody should.
It's not one card.
Fights,
it's actually 3 shows.
Right.
Right. So I would have Shogun versus OSP headline the prelims.
I'm fine with that.
Cerrone would take his spot, and Chaos versus Rude Boy would be the first fight on the prelims.
I think that would be great, but the problem is none of them have a pay-per-view draw, right? So Cowboys, like they're just not there. But
yeah, that's why you put them. Well, Chaos Williams would have a pay-per-view draw. Like, he's
really,
dude. Have you seen him fight?
I've seen it. Oh, I've seen them all.
Like, yeah, man. Anybody who's seen that guy fight is interested in watching that guy fight again. Even though he's got the 2 losses, who are his losses to now? Chaos, the Ox Fighter. I love that that he has his real name and then his nickname and then his moniker. It's ridiculous, right? Like, your nickname is not Ox Fighter. Your nickname is Chaos. Anyways, 2 losses. Oh no, he lost to the side. Oh no, he lost to Michelle Pereira. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's the fight game, man. Sometimes you just get both.
Homeboy's a carnival freak. Like, I can't wait till his next fight is. We're gonna talk about it. It's in 3 weeks. We'll talk about him in 3 weeks. Long form in 3 weeks. But like, every time I see that someone beat him, I'm like, or that he beat somebody, I'm like, what? How? I don't understand. All he does is cartwheels. How do you lose to the man doing cartwheels? Anyways, and I love it. I think he's amazing. I love watching him. But like,
he can strike for days though. The man can strike.
All right, what's the first fight?
So first fight of the card, we got looks like Journey Newson versus Fernie Garcia. Kicking off the evening.
Journey Newson versus Fernie Garcia. I feel bad. I've never heard of either of these people. Every time I say that, I feel like I'm not doing my job. I feel like I haven't done enough looking into these people.
Wow, it's hard to be a full-time dad and a fighter, figure watch this top of shit.
Fernie Garcia is fighting out of Fortis MMA.
Yeah, he's Dana White. He fought in LFA before, LFA, and he had a pretty good showing on the Contender Series. It's been a while though. I think that was that was before the year turned. Let me look. It looks like October, early October. So it hasn't had October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. He hasn't fought in 7 months. But he did. He looked good. His fights before that, from what I saw, he was kind of a decision machine against guys that we really never heard of. LFA though, so not terrible competition. But he did look good on the Contender Series. I think Fernie was also Contender Series. Let me look. Fernandez, Fanny Garcia. Huh? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. I'm looking at. All right, so Fernie Garcia, Contender Series. Wait, that was the wrong guy. Mike. Fernie Garcia is a Contender Series graduate. He's the one waiting to fight. Journey's had UFC fights. I think he took a fight on short notice against Ricardo Ramos. That was a while ago, but he did pretty good. He went to decision, and he was he did pretty good in there. Then he had he beat Domingo Pilarte, but it got overturned because of he popped for marijuana. And then he got knocked out by Randy Costa early in the first round. And we haven't seen him for about 2 years since. I don't know if that's a suspension or something, but we haven't seen him in a while. No,
he had a canceled fight in that time.
Oh, okay.
He was supposed to fight Felipe Corrales.
Okay.
And he pulled out for some reason. Oh, that dude's fighting Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper has a fight coming up? Ooh, hell yeah, Chase Hooper.
You would love Chase Hooper.
Right? How can you not love a dude that's got an M&M sponsorship?
Does he really?
Yeah, they made him his own line of M&Ms.
What?
It might be Skittles. I could be lying to you. It might be Skittles, but it's either Skittles or M&Ms Chase Hooper, because he's under 21. They asked how he was going to celebrate, and he's like, "Well, I can't go out drinking, so I'm going to go get M&Ms." And then he got a sponsorship.
Such a kid. He does look like a young kid in there, but for sure.
Yeah. Fernie Garcia versus Journey Newson. I don't know the camp that Journey Newson is coming out of. Impact.
Impact Jiu-Jitsu versus Fortis for Fernie.
Dude, I don't know people that are coming out of that place in Boston. Yeah, I don't know anybody that's fighting out of Oregon. I mean, there's people fighting out of Oregon, obviously, but like,
yeah.
Although that dude looks like he swings with sledgehammers. He's got wide ass shoulders. People with wide shoulders hit hard. It's like an anatomical thing.
Yes.
So Journey probably hits really hard. Both of them have a shit ton of fights, even though, like Journey is 9-3 as a pro, but he had 10 amateur fights. Fernie is 10-1 as a pro and has also had 10 amateur fights. I think I'm going to lean towards Fernando Garcia because he's training with seemingly a higher level camp.
Yeah.
And he's just a bit more consistent.
I don't like the 2-year layoff either from Newsom. Against someone who, like you said, has been consistent and been training at a good gym and getting in the octagon. That's I think that's a problem for me. So I would go with I'm gonna go with Garcia as well.
These dudes are gonna be tiny. These dudes are tiny at bantamweight. These dudes are 5'4" and 5'6". Our next one, Ariane,
the most jacked, the most jacked. How much? She was 115 pounds. The most jacked 115 pounder in history.
Yeah, that girl's shredded.
Yeah, she's
Her shirt on photo, she looks like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, she's got some sick. She has some sick fucking. She has a sick
She's
build.
got the
She
arms
could.
to do it.
Apparently, it's natural. She's been complaining that people attack her on social media for steroids, and like UFC is highly tested, and she said I get tested a ton.
Yeah, I mean, testing in Brazil is a little different than testing here. But
Oh, does that matter even if you're in the UFC though? Like, doesn't the UFC test you?
no. The UFC doesn't administer testing. USADA administers testing. Sorry, WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, administers testing.
Mm-hmm.
The one in Brazil would be BRASADA, I believe, Brazilian Anti-Doping Agency.
Okay.
But like every country, kind of like if you go to Mexico, you don't get a phone call if you get arrested, right? Like you just get taken off the streets, and then just nobody knows about you or whatever happened to you.
I didn't know that.
Every place is a little different. Everybody's politics run a little bit differently. Apparently, like in Thailand, it's pretty easy to just not get tested. I've heard shady shit about Nova União fighters and their interactions with their testing agency, and that's not for me to try and say that they are doing anything, but it's more like, yeah, he'll be back tomorrow, and then like that should be an auto fail, and they're like, okay, I'll come back tomorrow, and then they just don't come back tomorrow. That kind of stuff, like where they maybe they've paid off the person in charge of that agency, that kind of thing, but like not every organization is as up and up as every other organization, and they're not. They are all under an umbrella company, but they're still, I believe, independent contractors, like independent agencies rather than independent contractors. So yeah, like the testing this girl's getting done is the best testing available. But like, is she being reliably tested? I don't know. Are they calling her and letting her know they're on their way? I don't know.
Right.
But like at the same time, my USADA showed up at the gym one day, right? For my buddy Montel. He wasn't there. So I called him. I was like, hey, just so you know, USADA's here for you. He's like, all right, cool. I'll be there later. And he showed up like 3.5 hours later. I don't know how much that's going to sound like Montel's on some shit, but like Montel's on some shit. Montel's too broke for that kind of shit. Montel would just get his ass popped if he was on anything. But like, I don't know, man. It's not, being tested doesn't mean that much. It really doesn't. It's just a game of smarts. It's who's got better doctors, who can time it. Like, oh, I cycled off because they tested me. Like, you can miss 3 tests a year before you actually get in trouble.
Wow.
So the Jamaican track team will just disappear to the opposite side of the island for 2 whole weeks. Because, they might test me twice in those 2 weeks, but there's no way they're going to test me 3 times in 2 weeks.
Right.
Right? Like, you just doesn't mean that much. Apparently DC's still getting tested.
Is he? So he's still in the pool. I guess he can still fight. That's what that means, right?
Yeah. They asked him why. He says, just so I can have one more thing to hold over John Jones.
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know who that girl is, but she's 14-2, and she's fucking Jessica Andrade's jacked.
Yeah, Carnelisi is she's I've seen her fights. The glaring So I guess getting back to this fight. CrossFit has some weird like they definitely know when the tests are coming. But back to this fight. Carnelossi is the big hole in her game is the takedown defense. She's pretty much gets taken down pretty easy. I think that the takedown defense overall was like 23%. Actually, I bet an underdog against her like 2 or 3 fights ago named Li Nang or Nang Li and she took her down and had her almost in a night like an armbar, but she couldn't finish it, and she ended up getting pounded out. Like Carnelossi throws with some heat, obviously, but the big problem is just the takedown defense and all that muscle too. Like I guess after a round or two, I mean, it gets kind of tough. I guess it's a little harder to get back up. But Lupi's definitely a grappler, so she's always looking to get a fight down. Good wrestler. I guess I give the striking edge to Carnelossi a little bit just because of the power. I think they're pretty technically the same, but Carnelossi she has more power. She'll eat a shot. Lupi doesn't have like power in her hands. She'll definitely take a shot to try to land one, but over 3 rounds, I don't know. I think I think Lupi takes control eventually. I think she wins the fight.
I'm going with Sohiso. Her only losses are to Angela Hill, who, even though Angela has a shitty record, she is a bad motherfucker, and she might be my very favorite female fighter.
Yeah.
And her other loss is to Amanda Ribas, who's incredible.
Incredible. Ribas. Yeah, she's fighting. She's gonna fight again soon. She's gonna fight again soon.
Is she? Does she have something?
Yeah, she's fighting soon. I forget who, but she's gonna fight. Let's see. Boom, boom.
Caitlin Chikagian. Ooh, she's fighting Caitlin Chikagian next weekend.
Oh, it's that close. Wow.
I'm interested.
I didn't see a line on that yet. Wow.
Very interesting. Cleetson Rodriguez versus Cj Vergara.
Yeah. This is the debut of Clayton, I think. Clayton Rodriguez. I think he's another Contender Series guy. Yeah, he's pretty big favorite. Pretty big favorite in this fight. Vergara, another Contender Series graduate. And then he got Ode Osborne, got him unanimously. But he had some moments in the fight. Vergara, he had moments. I remember that fight now. He's coming out of Pete Spratt Muay Thai. I don't know who that is. Pete Spratt Muay Thai.
Pete Spratt's like an OG UFC fighter. Pete Spratt fought in like in the back in the double digits. And I'm talking like early double digits. Like Pete Spratt was fighting in like UFC 20 probably. Pete Spratt fought the who's who back in the day. I believe that George St. Pierre got his way into the UFC beating Pete Spratt.
Oh, wow. Nah, I've never seen that logo or heard of that name until now. Shame on me. I don't know. This is so Clayton is a pretty big betting favorite on the line. It looks like he's about -300. Yeah, I don't know. Vergara didn't look. I mean, he lost the fight to Ode, but he didn't. He showed some toughness. He hung in there. His other fights are nice. I mean, they're all finishes. He's got a run of just finishes. Not that sure. I remember Clayton Rodriguez's performance. I don't think it was that great on the Contender Series. I think he won by decision. Vergara here too. He's going to enjoy a 3-inch strike advantage. I think I'm going to go with Vergara. I think I'm going to go with the upset. I think I like the underdog. I'm going to follow the algorithm says Vergara too. I'm going to go with the dog this time in this fight.
Good, because I wanted to pick Cleetson just so I could say his name.
Clayton
Rodriguez.
Clayton Rodriguez. All right. Well, now one of my. All right. I'm looking forward to this fight on the card. Tracy Cortez, Melissa Gatto. Melissa Gatto has looked amazing to me. Off of, I think she didn't fight for 2 years. Let me see. I think it was like almost 2 years. Wow, it was like 3 years. She beat Carol Hossa by a Kimura finish in 2018. Then no one saw her until 2021, and she looked amazing. Striking looked great. Everything looked great that fight. She ended up winning. She won by stoppage because I think it was Victoria Leonardo, like she broke her arm. And like that. And then she fought Sarge after that, and Sarge was able to take her down, but this chick was able to survive and then just turn the tide and finish Sarge with a body kick, which is like, I was like, what? I was like, ugh. I don't think I've seen too many female MMA fights get finished by body kicks. So I mean, this girl's look great. Her cardio look great. Everything looks great. Striking looks great. Grappling looks good to me. She looks like she's really underrated and dangerous in my opinion. I think people, I mean, definitely the Victoria Leonardo fight, she was a underdog in that. There were some things about her. I think it was her grappling defense was supposed to be poor. But I mean, she looked pretty good. I don't know what she did for 3 years, but she's looked really good to me. Tracy Cortez. Yeah, I thought she lost the last fight. I mean, when was that? Oh wow, that was going back over a year ago. I didn't think. I mean, she got a split decision win as a gigantic favorite. I think she was like minus 450, like a huge fight against Justine Kish, who's now in Bellator. It didn't look that great to me. She did beat Stephanie Egger, who has looked good. She also beat Erin Blanchfield. But I don't know. This is tough. I think this is close. I see this as being close. I don't know, closer than what it's supposed to be.
I'm definitely Melissa Gatto. 100%. I'm taking Melissa Gatto.
100%. Really? You like Tracy Cortez?
Yeah.
We talked about her in the past.
I do like Tracy Cortez. I think she's been a fun fighter to watch a couple times. The couple of times that I've watched her. And now she's married to Brian Ortega, which makes me like her even more because he's awesome.
They got married? Congrats.
I believe so. I believe they got married. That's what my wife told me. She pays attention to that kind of stuff. But I'm not going against I'm not going to vote for the decision machine against the finisher who breaks arms and finishes girls with body kicks. Like, yeah, I'm going first team all violence. Melissa Gatto.
First team all violence. Nice. Yeah, I mean, Tracy Cortez, I think I don't know what the game plan is going to be because even Gatto, like she has a draw. One of the draw, like she had a draw on her card, and it looked like she basically fought almost the whole fight off her back. But what I mean, she fought off her back. Like it was like submission attempt, like elbow strikes from the bottom. Like she was fucking outworking the chick on top for sure. And it was just yes. Perfect. One of the draws. Like it was definitely, yeah, like there was no sit there and laying there. I don't know. I think Cortez wants to get fights to the ground. I believe I think that's her. I think that's where she wants. I think that's where she wants to be. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think she's a wrestler. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm still listening.
I don't know, and obviously she probably has great jiu-jitsu. But I don't know. I think that's kind of. I'm going to say Gato's level is just as high as Justine Kish. So I don't. I think Gato is going to defend a couple takedowns, or maybe she looks like serious power is going to deter those coming in. I don't know. I think Gato's good value here. So yeah, I got Gato too. Francisco Trinaldo, the ageless wonder. I think he's 43. I love it. Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts. He's British, isn't he? Yes, I remember that. Yeah, this is a so Pick'em's fight. 43 years old. Wow, he's almost 44.
Yeah, man. Also been around forever.
He's facing Danny Roberts. Danny's enjoying a hell of a reach advantage here. 5 inches. That's a lot. I remember he got that split decision upset win. Oh, that's right, against Ramazan Ameev. I remember that.
Yeah, that was super impressive. The fact that he's got wins over, like some of Danny Roberts' wins are super impressive, and he's been in the UFC forever.
Yeah, it looks like he has. Only one fight in 3 years, 2.5. Yeah, wow. But still a lot of cancel. Everything got canceled. But yeah, he beat a big prospect in Ameev. He ended up getting a split decision win. Did a lot of good things. Looks like he knocked out. I don't know who that is. Ameev is a grappler. Like Ameev is definitely grappling heavy. He did show that he wasn't very offensive in that fight, from what I can remember. Like when he did get the top. I think Trinaldo's last fight. Trinaldo's a striker. Yeah. Wow, this guy. Yeah. And then that's right, Dwight Grant. He beat Dwight Grant, split decision. I remember that fight. I think I had Trinaldo that fight. I'm gonna go with Trinaldo. I know he's 43, but his chin's held up. He's like a brick. I don't see any finishes. I haven't seen any finishes in a long time. He doesn't get finished. I don't think Danny Roberts can finish him. It looks like Danny Roberts struggles with strikers, even though he's got the reach advantage. I think I like Trinaldo here. You do as well.
Yep, I'm going with Masaranduba, the giant redwood.
Masaranduba, what's that mean? Giant redwood?
Giant redwood.
I don't know.
It means giant red. Yeah, Masaranduba translates to. I'm gonna make sure, but I believe it's giant redwood. It's something.
Masaranduba. He is.
Yeah, it's a Brazilian redwood tree.
Let's see.
It's supposed to be one of the hardest trees known to man.
Right, that's why you can't finish him. He's a redwood jaw.
Yep.
Next fight. Oh, I know who you like here. Brandon Royval versus Matt Schnell. I mean, Brandon Royval is fun as hell to watch. That guy's always moving. He's fucking Grammy rolling and doesn't stop throwing punches. He has no striking defense from what I've seen. But he just takes and goes. He's fun as hell to watch. I was happy to see him get the win last time, and then he got Pantoja subbed him, which is surprising because he's a great grappler. And then he got hurt against Brandon Moreno, and Moreno's career kind of took off after that. But Royval was on a run before that. He subbed Kai Kara, subbed Tim Elliott.
That's a super impressive.
Yeah, he was great to me. I remember I had him in that Moreno fight. Unfortunately, he took the L, the shoulder and a thing. But that was a great fight for when it lasted. Like, it was just so exciting. And then the same thing, the Pantoja fight, like really exciting while it lasted. And then he got caught in a rear naked, which is really hard. And then he decisioned Bontarine, unanimous decision. Matt Schnell. think. Yeah, he lost to Bontarine unanimously, but Bontarine kind of. I remember that fight. I think Bontarine controlled that fight from what I saw mostly, and pretty much beat him up. Yeah, unanimous decision win. Then he tried to fight Alex Perez 3 times and it got canceled. Now he's fighting Brandon Royval. I think I've seen that match now. I don't. He's not very. I don't see him winning minutes here against Royval. Like Royval is just way more active with everything. I don't know much about Chanel's grappling. It didn't look like he wanted fights to get to the mat. From what I don't. I think the Bontarine fight was almost all on the feet. Tyson Nam. He's ATT though.
I think that's recent.
It looks like he gets finished a lot. All of his losses are pretty much finishes. Oh, he's got wins. So he's got 2 triangle choke wins. So maybe he does like to get it. No, like his other finishes before that are like other thing. I don't know. I don't think he wants to grapple with Royval anyway. And I mean he's gonna get. Maybe it's his best way to win though. I mean I don't see how he's. It looks like he gets finished a lot. Royval's got a ton of volume, and he's going to try to hurt Royval. I don't on the feet. I'm not sure, but I mean, I like Royval.
Yep, same. I'm going with Raw Dog. Raw Dog, Royval.
Royval. Even I mean, Match will probably put a fight. I don't know if he's definitely not getting walked over. He's not going to get ran over, but I don't think Royval style you can't really run unless he just finishes you. I mean, he's so hittable. But we'll see. See what happens. I'm going with Raw Dog as well. We got Blagoy Ivanov.
Yeah.
Marcos Rogerio de Lima. That guy he's fucking scary to look at.
What? Why?
Scary to look at. Just his head. He's very intimidating. Like he's just all muscle and intimidating.
Is he all muscle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacked. For heavyweight.
He's not jacked.
He could be a bodybuilder too. He's fucking big.
That dude, every time I see him, he looks soft to me. Oh, okay. Here's a fight where he doesn't look soft. Like he's not like a big blubber guy like a lot of heavyweights are. And he's definitely strong, but like
he's got like natural muscle tone and cuts. He's big. He
is real big.
He fucking knocked out Ben Rothwell. No one knocks out Ben Rothwell. I mean, he knocked him out cold.
Ben Rothwell's going to BKFC.
Nice. He'll do well there. He's a hard. What is it? All you Wisconsin guys just can take punches.
Yeah, he's been around forever. Forever.
Before that, he wasn't looking that. I remember he wasn't like his fights weren't that impressive. Romanov got him. I think that it looked like in his career, it looks like he can't grapple for shit. If you get him down or get through the first round, he's a totally different fighter. But he knocked out Ben Rothwell. He really he fucking stunned him. He was able to win decision off Maurice Green unanimously, but that doesn't really age well because Maurice Green, as we see, he couldn't really do much. His other first round finishes, it looks like his grappling Ovens von Fludem. Yeah, all of his losses are guillotine. Von Flu, look, arm triangle, forearm choke. What the fuck's a forearm choke? Alexander Romanov.
Is he the one who lost? Oh my god, dude. Even literally what it sounds like. It's just a forearm on a throat. You know how bad at grappling you have to be to lose?
Like in the gi, like underneath and like forearm, like that?
I'm sure, but no, let's just picture we're in half guard.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to sit up at all.
Yeah.
So I put my forearm on your throat.
Yeah.
And then you go to sleep.
No, yeah. How's that? Is that possible?
Right? I see the confusion on your face.
Yeah, I don't see how it's possible almost. It's like
Juan Espino did it to somebody. And then
I guess if you're not like if that never happens, like like because if you're training or if you don't have a lot of grappling experience, like it looks like he doesn't grapple. I don't know what his
Dude, I
credentials
can't
are.
imagine somebody being that bad. Like, I
Yeah.
can't. Because here's how you defeat that. Like, oh god, there's a forearm on my throat. I'm gonna go to sleep. Fucking just get the fuck out of here. That's some bullshit. It is. I try not to speak disrespectfully of
Sure.
fighters.
Me too. Yeah.
You
Do a great job. You do a great job of it.
Fuck that dude. You're garbage on the ground. If you get finished by that and you weren't just dropped by some crazy overhand and you're not counting stars and seeing your mother's great grandmother's sister, like, no, go fuck yourself. You should never get finished by that. You're retarded. Unacceptable. I couldn't finish my toddler with that. Fucking bird with
Yeah.
I tried.
Ivanov has a huge combat sambo background.
Yeah, man.
I know you look at his record, he's a decision machine, but the man doesn't get finished. The man can take a punch. The man almost lost his life for stabbing and he fucking survived. Like he was in critical condition twice. And he came back and he's fighting again and he doesn't get finished. I mean, he's tough. So, I mean, based on what we know against Rogerio de Lima, like he's pretty much one round. I'm going to knock you out. I have one way to victory. No, not against. I mean, I love Ivanov. It's a great matchup for Ivanov in this fight, I think. Just the boards, unless Rogerio de Lima just has that magic touch for him, I don't know. I think Ivanov wins this fight by finish. I think he finds a submission. Even though he's more top control-ish, I think he can win this fight. I think he can win. I think he can find a finish here.
Sorry, I got distracted trying to find that other forearm choke that Juan Espino did to somebody.
Oh.
But I can't see it on his record. But I swear to God, it was Juan Espino. Because otherwise I wouldn't know who he is. I thought he did it to whatever.
Yeah.
100% I'm taking Blagoy Imanov over somebody who can get finished by a fucking forearm on the throat.
Interesting stuff. Yeah.
That's like, who does he beat? Does he beat people? I don't. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself now, but like, I don't remember ever watching him win fights. Like, okay, he beat Ben Rothwell. Like, that's a decent win. Crochet Boss is kind of a hit or miss dude. I don't know who Ben Sassoli is. Oh, yeah, I think I do. The Combat Wombat. Yeah, that's a guy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he's a dude who shouldn't even be fighting at heavyweight, if I remember correctly. I think he's super short. I mean, he's 6 foot. He got arm triangle by Stefan Struve. I don't know this Adam Wysoriak. Who's that? I still don't know who he is after seeing his picture. OSP, Gazimura, and Degulov. Like, no, man. Clint Hester. Isn't Clint Hester a 205 or a 185er?
I don't know who Clint Hester is.
Clint Hester was on The Ultimate Fighter.
Clint Hester.
And he's damn near retired. If he's not retired, yeah, man, there's no fucking way that. I don't know why Rogerio de Lima is still in the UFC. It must just be because people think he looks scary.
He does. He's very imposing.
Very imposing. Yeah, I think he looks better in these photos that I've seen than he does when he gets in the ring.
And he swings. I mean, he swings for the fences too. So it's like he's just
Maybe
scary.
it's because he always gasses out. Maybe that's why I don't think he's intimidating.
Yeah.
100% even of. Norma Dumont versus Macy Chiasson.
Another one. My upset of the night again. I'm going with Macy here. Even though there's some dogs, I do like Gato. I like Macy here. Norma. It's not that Norma. I mean, so her late was Aspen Ladd, and then she beat a girl who retired, who was pretty good, but she went the distance with Amanda Nunes. Who am I thinking of?
Felicia Spencer retired?
Yeah. Yeah.
When? Recently?
After her last fight, she won, and she said, "I'm done." Yeah, I think she's into
Oh,
broadcasting now.
interesting. I didn't know that. That
She,
girl.
yeah, that's as of. I don't know if she's came back or not, but I didn't. So Norma Dumont won that. She won that fight. I bet her that fight. She was underdog. She didn't. She did enough. I mean, I thought Felicia didn't wait it too long. Didn't throw her arsenal at her. Norma showed something. It wasn't that great. So it wasn't an amazing fight. Against Aspen Ladd again. Like I didn't. I mean, that was more of. I mean, Aspen just didn't show up that day. That was I think she moved up, if I remember correctly. Or they were catch weight. I forget. Or Aspen moved up. I don't know. She just didn't. I mean, Norma. I think Norma won 2 rounds, throwing like no strikes. Like Aspen Ladd just wouldn't engage or whatever she was waiting for. But she got the better of Aspen Ladd that day. That was one, and then yeah, she got knocked out by Megan Anderson, her UFC debut. She just got caught. Ashley Evans Smith decision. Yeah, I, I don't really. I'm not really a fan of Norma striking. I don't know. I mean, yeah, she's built. She's built for that size. She's built in the right area. Like she's real thick. She's hard to take down. Um, Macy's Macy long. Macy's long legs, long reach. Look at this 5-inch reach advantage.
Five.
Five. Yeah, I mean, I see. I mean, Macy's like KO'd Sarah Morris, who's really hard to finish. I think, right? Sarah Morris. Did she ever get knocked out? Um, she's won some fights unanimously, but she can strike, and I feel like that's gonna happen here. I feel like they're gonna strike. She would look good against Raquel Pennington. She won the first round. She just made a mistake. She got caught in a guillotine, I think, in the second round. But she was looking good in that fight against the grizzled veteran. I don't. I don't know. I see Macy. I see Macy winning, or I see Macy winning at least a round here. I see her outstriking Norma. I don't know what happens after that. Maybe Norma tries to get it down, or what happens in the middle. I'm not sure, but it doesn't look like Norma's too urgent to me, and it's a 3-round fight. I don't know. I think Macy. I think Macy wins this fight. I mean, I think she wins a round, so I have to back her to win the fight and find the round. So I'm going to go with Macy.
Oh, this is the girl that finished. Shit. Yeah, I want to vote for Norma Dumont, but I cannot because Leah Letson is tough as shit, and she finished Leah with a knee to the body. And then
Leah Letson. I think that's the girl that Felicia Spencer fought in the last fight, and that was a pretty one-sided. Yeah, she is.
Leah looked like shit. Leah hadn't fought in 4 years.
She took a lot. She took a lot of. Yeah, she was she's actually, in a sense, she's like too. She was too good for herself. Like she just got Yeah, I don't.
Leah had a camp change. That was fucking. Leah was one of my students for a while, and she looked terrible that night. And I would tell her that. I like Leah. Leah, you looked terrible that night. I don't know why, but you did not look good.
Yeah, well, she fought a good
fight.
That went the distance with Amanda.
2 years before that, I told her to call out fucking Felicia Spencer. 2 years. Finally fucking happened. Anyways, that's not the point.
I'm looking at Macy's yeah. She also finished Larissa Pacheco, who I think went the distance with Kayla Harrison twice. Am I thinking of the right person? She's in the PFL, right? Larissa Pacheco.
I have no idea. I've never heard that name before.
I think she went Larissa Pacheco. Let me see this thing. Where's she?
Yeah, that girl.
Yeah, she lost
You're right.
one. She got, and then that's right, she got hurt last year. She couldn't continue in the. She didn't make it to the championship because she got hurt. But she went the distance with Kayla, and yeah, that's a tough one. That was one of the only. I think that's the only time she's been finished on the feet in her career. Yeah, was that. So Macy's got some pop.
Yeah.
Macy also beat oh my god, she beat Penny Kianzad too. Rear naked choke, knocked out Gina Maz round one, knocked out Sarah Moras. Yeah, Lena Landsberg, unanimous decision. Maybe that was a grappling heavy base loss, but I don't. Norma doesn't grapple. Like, what is she? I don't see her grappling in the UFC anyway.
She's a
So
Mushu Sanda fighter. She's not going to be a grappler. Not that she couldn't, but like.
right, she probably can't. I just don't know if she'll turn that. I mean, maybe it would do her well. I just don't know if I don't know if she's going to do that. So I don't know. I'm going Macy.
Yep. Definitely Macy.
All right. Chaos Williams against Rainey Brown. Chaos. What a fucking knockout against was Abdul Razak. I mean, he came on the scene and just I think he was a big underdog that night too against Abdul Razak. He fucking knocked him out. Like just the dude just dropped just dropped him.
Was that the
Abdul Razak? Yeah, he knocked out. I mean, he stopped Alex Morono, who's hard to stop. Abdul Razak. He lost to Michelle Pereira. Yeah, right. Decision. He
the
then
most
turned.
one on here is beat Miguel Baeza.
Yeah. Yeah, he knocked him out too. Yeah. I mean, I like everything I've seen about Chaos Williams. His grappling looks good when he's down there. He's. I don't think he outstrikes people in terms of winning minutes. He's more of a counter power. If I touch you, I'm going to finish you. I'm going to hurt you bad. In that, but he was able to beat Semmelsberger over 3 rounds, which is good. That's not easy to look good if you decision him. Yeah, I like everything matches up here pretty good. Randy Brown's good too, though. I mean, he's looked good to me. Times I've seen. Only bet Vicente Luque knocked him out, but everything else he's looked pretty good. He's finished Barberina, Worley Alves, Alex Oliveira, decision Jared Gooden last time out. I think Randy Brown's a little more active, but I don't know. This is I'm a big Chaos fan, so I'm just gonna go with Chaos. Tough fight to bet, but who you got?
I'm going with Rude Boy. He sells shirts that say Brain Shaker.
Brain shaker, what man?
A professional
Wagwan, brain shaker, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Brain shaker.
That's what like his Instagram says, that he's a professional brain shaker or brain rattler or something like that. But it's like the picture is like a brain in a milkshake cup. I love it.
That's cool. All
Yeah,
right,
Chaos is interesting, but
we reach our main card. Cowboy. Donald Cowboy Cerrone against Joe Lozone. I don't think I know much about Joe Lozone.
You don't know much about Joe Lozone?
Lozone? If I do, I don't remember it. Cowboys on it.
I'm so disappointed in you. I need a new co-host. I'm so disappointed. Joe Lozone was on Ultimate Fighter either 1 or 2.
Yeah, I don't.
He has.
I don't remember this guy.
He had the most performance bonuses in the UFC.
I think I remember he fought.
Everyone.
Clay Guida. I think I might remember that. That was 5-6 years ago. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Wow, right. How long? He hasn't had a fight in how long? He hasn't fought in 3 years.
His first UFC fight was in 2006.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And then he was on the Ultimate Fighter season 5. He beat Jens Pulver, who was a UFC champion.
Yeah.
Right? Let's see. He's fought. Fuck, man. He fought Mike Brown. Let me make sure that's the Mike Brown. Yeah, that's the Mike Brown, the ATT coach and world. He beat Mike Brown, world champion. He lost to Jorge Masvidal. Okay, cool. He fought Ivan Menjivar, Rafael Assunção, Jens Pulver, Cole Miller, Manny Gamburian, Kenny Florian, Jeremy Stevens, Sam Stout, George Soteropoulos, Melvin Gallar, Anthony Pettis, Jamie Varner, Jim Miller, Michael Johnson, Michael Chiesa. He beat Michael Chiesa, Alaya Quinta, Takanori Gomi. Yo, dude, what he did with Takanori Gomi, he beat up Takanori Gomi, took him down, took his back, was pounding him out, and then at a certain point he got up and just walked away. The referee didn't even call the fight. He's just like, yeah, man, he's not doing shit. Got up and walked away. And I believe it was Herb Dean. Herb Dean looked back at him like, I didn't call the fight. And then looked back over at Takanori Gomi and realized that Gomi hadn't moved. And he's like, okay, I'll call the fight. Dude, like, after that, Evan Dunham, Diego Sanchez, Jim Miller, Marcin Held, Stevie Ray, Clay Guida, dude, and that Jonathan Pierce win. Do you know what a half Nelson is?
Yes.
Okay, he put in a half Nelson on this guy, but he did it backwards, right? Actually, technically, it would be a reverse half Nelson, and he did it from the back. He had both hooks. Right? So imagine that I have your back and I reach my left arm under your right armpit and grab your head and then staple that to the ground and then fucking finished him with that. It was the nastiest finish. One of the nastiest finishes I've ever seen. I think Cowboy's the only person in the UFC that has more performance bonuses than Joe Lozone.
Damn.
Yeah. There's no way this is not crazy.
All right.
This or Rude Boy has got to be your fight of the night. Oh no, Michael Chandler versus Tony Ferguson could be your fight of the night.
Yeah, it could be.
But if that fight wasn't on here, this would be your fight of the night. Like, this is a real good fight, and both dudes are older, but like this very well could be a retirement fight for either one of them.
Yeah.
But this is a fucking dope fight. This is a fight that should have happened 10 years ago. We would have been so excited for this 10 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, Cowboys look pretty concerning to me on the slide. I don't really know what to expect out of him in the thing. I don't. Alex Morono fight. So it was a year ago. That was he looked pretty standing KO. I don't know. To me, it seems like his chin's failing him now. I don't know. But I don't know what to make of that against another guy who hasn't fought in 3 years.
Why do you think his chin is failing him?
I mean, if Alex Morono stops you with a standing KO in the first round, I think that's pretty. He's not known for his power.
What
else? Let me see. The Connor was that 40 seconds. Connor Gaethje finish the Tony Ferguson fight, which was awesome to watch. First round, that was another finish. I mean, he's been in some wars, obviously, but it looks like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, four finishes, 4 losses in a row, or I'm sorry, 5 in a row, 4 finishes. He didn't get finished by Anthony Pettis, but then I don't know. Darren Till knockout. That's fine. He did knock him out, but then he knocked out. He stopped. He came back. I remember the Alex Hernandez fight. He was that kind of gave him a rejuvenation. Then he beat Ally Quinta. Then he went in there with Tony Ferguson, and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure his best days are behind him. I just don't really know what Joe Lawson bringing to this. I don't know. What do you think? Who you got?
Are these last few fights of his at 170? That was at 170. That was at 170. No contest. What happened with this? What happened in the Nico Price fight?
The draw. It was a draw.
No, it's a no contest.
No, it was a draw. I don't know why it was definitely a draw.
Are you sure? Oh, it says it does say it says no contest. Majority, 3 rounds. Anyway. Yeah. Fuck. I guess I have to go with Cerrone.
Okay.
I want to go with J-Lo, but no, I got to go with Cerrone.
Yeah. I mean, you're non-active for 3 years. I don't know how he's gonna do that thing, but all right. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll go with Lawson. I'll take a shot. Oven Crew. Mauricio Shogun Rua. Who you got?
I have never really been impressed by OSP. And Shogun feels like he should have retired a year and a half, or like a decade ago, but he still keeps getting wins. Damn, man. I think Shogun's gonna make it through. I don't think that. Oh no, this is a rematch. This is a no, OSP has it. He beat him the first time in 34 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like, let's see, it was 8 months. Yeah. When was the last time that OSP fought? I haven't seen him in a minute. I think his last fight was against John Vellante. He's been fighting at heavyweight lately.
Yeah, I was going to answer that. So he had some fights at heavyweight against. He didn't do well at heavyweight. Ben Rothwell beat him, and then Tanner Bozer knocked him out. Light heavy, he's done better. He knocked out Alonzo Menafield, and then he got knocked out from Jamal Hill in the second round. But he was doing okay before that. Jamal Hill's got some sick power. Yeah, I mean OSP. Yeah, he does. This is light heavyweight. They're fighting a light heavyweight, so that's definitely better for OSP. It doesn't seem like he does too good against heavyweight.
Which is crazy because he moves so slow.
Yeah, it's true.
I lied to you. I'm going Shogun. I can't bet on OSP. I can never bet on OSP. I always expect him to lose.
I'm gonna go with OSP here. I don't. Yeah. I mean, Shogun's had. It's not that he's definitely. So he hasn't had that. Looks like he hasn't had that many fights in the past 5 years. Looks like he's had 4 fights the past 5 years, and he's 2-2. And they weren't. Okay, no, 2 went the distance. Let me see. Draw Paul Craig. Paul Craig finished him with strikes. Is that the only Paul Craig knockout win of his career? Paul Craig finished Shogun with strikes 2 years ago? That's his last fight. I don't. Wow.
Yeah, I believe he took Shogun's back. I'm pretty sure he took Shogun's back, and then and Shogun was belly down and tapped the strikes.
All right, I'm gonna go OSP.
Give me that one. Seeing this Cameron Van Camp versus Andre Fiallo fight.
Andre Fiallo, Cameron Van. Hang on, let me see if there's a line. There's a line somewhere. That's got to be a late edition. But Ooh, yeah, Fiallo is so that's a late addition. Fiallo is minus 400.
That's a lot, right? That's
Yeah,
like 4.
that's really big for Fiallo. Fiallo, a lot of power. Yeah, a lot of power. Hammer and Van Champ. I know him. I don't know the. I've seen him fights. I've seen his fights. Seen him fight before.
Ooh. This dude, this is the guy that beat this Andre Fiallo is the dude that beat Carmel Thunder last like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he also lost to Michel Pereira. What the fuck?
Yeah, he won the first round though, but then he got he tired, he gassed out, and he couldn't. He just got outstruck. Like he was Pereira just went did circles around him basically for the second and third round. Fiallo is tough to take down too, from what I've seen. I think Van Camp's more. He wants to grapple. He's definitely so he's stepping in to take this fight. This is a huge step up of competition for him. He is definitely grapple first. I don't know, like he's not gonna. How's he gonna stand up to the power of Fialho? Fialho is not easy to take down. So there's a reason, he's minus 400. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're both gonna go with Fialho. So
Yeah. Yeah. Antonio Santos.
I'm adding it. Andre Fialho versus Cameron Van Champ. Yeah, we both got Fialho. All right. Hold on, Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson. What do we got? Tony Ferguson. As much as bad as Tony looked. I mean, he's still fought the 3 losses. They're bad. But hey, I mean, Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, best guys in the world. Dariush, he's been great. He's looked great. I don't. It looks like he's. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think he would look that bad on the ground his last 2 fights, and just get controlled like that. But yeah, that happens. But this is different. This is a different type of matchup. Chandler wants to knock you out. Like Chandler, this is this isn't going to be a grapple heavy match. This is going to be a strike. This is going to be on the feet. So Tony has some things working for him here. How's Tony's chin after that? After that Gaethje fight, Tony's always he has a great chin. If he can stay in there, if he can take it in there. I mean, Chandler's known to gas out. Tony's got a 4.5-inch reach edge. I don't know. We might be able to see the boogeyman again. What do you think?
I'm gonna pick Tony.
Really?
Yeah.
So Michael Chandler opened up minus 180. He's now minus 450.
Even more reason for me to pick Tony.
Yeah, the public is just fucking no. Ferguson's done, and he's looked like he's done. But it's all about matchup, and this is, Chandler looks human after a round and a half. I don't know. Yeah, like I think this is. I think Tony can maybe. I don't know.
Chandler almost always gets a finish and typically loses his decisions. He doesn't have a lot of losses, right? Like, let's see, what's Chandler's record again? 22-7, right? He lost a decision to Justin Gaethje, got stopped by Charles Oliveira, got stopped by Patricio Pitbull, got injured against Brent Primus, got stopped by Will Brooks, lost a decision to Will Brooks, lost a decision to Eddie Alvarez. But then if you look at like his his victories, it's finish, 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 2 decisions, finish, 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 decision, decision, finish, decision. Like, the dude doesn't go to decision that often, which is cool, which is exciting. But, like, who finishes Tony Ferguson? Only Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, I mean that was and those were a lot of bombs. I don't know the effect of. I mean, no one does really, because the last 2 fights he's just been kind of. I don't know the effect of that, but I mean, I like to think like he can handle a couple shots.
The only person who's ever finished Tony Ferguson is Justin Gaethje.
Mm.
And there's no way that Michael Chandler is going to do to him what Justin Gaethje did.
No, not over the volume of that. No, he might be able to stop him with a shot, but no, he won't be able to volume. He won't be able to do the volume. This is tough. I mean, I'm gonna whatever. I'll go for Tony. It's just you just have to. I got to take a chance here. I'll take a shot. I mean, I'm probably gonna find a bet on Tony, so because the price is so ridiculously inflated on Chandler, so I'm gonna go with. I think Tony wins. Oh, you're gonna go with Tony too? All right, we're sick people. All right. Rose Namajunas against my favorite female fighter, Carla Esparza.
Why is she your favorite female fighter?
She's a fucking tough ass bitch. She's fucking gangster. Just keeps coming.
Like gangster, but okay.
She's relentless. She's relentless. She just keeps coming.
That's true.
She just keeps coming for your legs like a zombie. She just keeps coming. She doesn't stop. It's crazy. It's just also it's an amazing pace to me. So my numbers that have Rose opening like -150. Rose opened up about -140, which was pretty low in my opinion, but my algorithm and the book's algorithm are almost in line, so we had about the same number, and the public has bet Rose. Rose is about -220 now. I think it'll just keep going up. It's just hard for me to see. I mean, I want Carla to win, but it's really hard for me to see how she does that over 5 rounds against Rose. I mean, because the striking is just so not even close. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think Carla can get her down, at some point, but I don't know what kind of success she's going to have. She looked great. Her last fight, Carla. She got a finish. She doesn't get finishes often, but I mean, she was really tough against Marina Rodriguez, got the win. She pounded out Yanzhou. I mean, she took her down, and that was it. Like, she just dominated her.
I was super impressed when she beat Marina Rodriguez.
Yeah, I mean, she's beaten some good competition over time, but yeah, the Rodriguez one was for me. Like, she was just relentless. Just kept coming, getting takedown. I don't like her. She's a great wrestler for 115 pounds. Like, no one can really keep up with her in that regard. So I'm sure she gets Rose down.
Super Tatiana Suarez.
Oh, she's really good, but she hasn't been around for a while.
Tatiana's been out for almost, I think, 4 years.
Yeah, she's awesome too. Yeah. So Carla, Virna, John Jadoba, beat her. Didn't get a submission. Alexa Grasso. She's beating all these. Michelle Waterson, but the Rodriguez fight was really impressive. And then she's just last time she just looked great against a highly respected fighter. I mean, she really dominated and got her out of there. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of Rose Namajunas, though. I don't.
Yeah, man, I can't pick against Rose. Can't do it. Not gonna do it.
How can Carla really win this fight? She has to win. She's not going to stop Rose. Let's be honest. Like, that's not happening. Is she going to sub Rose again? No, I don't think so. Do you?
No. The submissions she goes for lately, because she's been adding submissions. But whoever she's working with is teaching her sport jiu-jitsu, and she's falling back for leg locks from top position.
Carla is?
Yep. Carla's been making a habit of, like, her corner's cussing her out in between rounds. Why do you keep falling back for that shit? She doesn't finish anybody with it, but she falls back for leg locks, and she goes for, like, straight ankle locks and shit. She's not looking to, like, secure positions and then finish heel hooks. She's just falling onto garbage. She's a great grappler, but she makes bad decisions with regards to submissions.
Okay.
So no, she's not going to finish. She's like Rose was like 2-2 or like 2-1 when that fight happened. Like,
yeah,
that was a very different person.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard for me to think that she's not going to finish Rose. I mean, she'd have to win 3 rounds off Rose, which means she would have to take her down and control her for 3 rounds. I just don't see that. I don't see how she's able to do that. I mean, especially with Rose's striking ability. How is she going to just walk through Rose and thing? I mean, we've seen Carla 5 rounds. I don't think Carla's ever done well in 5 rounds. I think she's fought 2 5-round fights. And I think she got beat up pretty bad. Jacek sticks out to me. That only lasted 2 rounds. Maybe that was her only 5-round fight.
Yeah, I don't know why she would have had another 5-rounder. She'd have to be a main event.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it'll have a moment. I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't know if it'll be a great one, but I gotta go with Rose in this spot.
Yeah, I don't worry about
that. Charles Dubronx Oliveira against the highlight. So Gaethje definitely switched his style up a few fights ago. I noticed the difference, the change. I think we might have talked about it. I think we said he's going to be the next champ because he's just stopped being so crazy.
He didn't stop being crazy. He just started picking when to be crazy.
Yeah, but he's definitely smarter with what he definitely looked better to me, like at what he was doing against Ferguson. The Khabib fight. That was a different thing. I'll get back to that fight in a second. The Chandler win, yeah, I thought he picked the spots great. His leg kicks are awesome. He's got some for that division. They're awesome leg kicks. They're just punishing. I wanted to say until Oliveira's last couple fights. I mean, Oliveira's really been impressive. I mean, he's just the way he did that. Like he got hurt. Like Poirier definitely stung him. Poirier hurt him. Chandler hurt him. Chandler almost beat him. And then he came back and he ended up knocking Chandler out. Choked out Poirier. I mean, he just gets finishes. If he gets your back, it's just such a bad play. I mean, he's going to get you. Poirier gave away the second round actually because he just didn't want to give a guy his back because he won the first round, which was smart. But then that was it. He just got the third round. I mean, it's game over. He's just so impressive with his grappling. Gaethje I think he has the shortest time being controlled in the history of this division for UFC. I think like no one controls him. There's no control time against him.
The only person who's taken him down. Actually, this isn't totally accurate. Somebody else took him down too. I just can't remember who it was.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he gets taken down, but he gets right back up.
Forget if it was Eddie or Dustin. One of them took him down and he scrambled right back up. Michael Chandler took him down, but didn't secure any position.
Right. Yes, he slammed them. He did like he slammed them. He didn't secure it. It
wasn't a slam.
Slammed. I heard it. I remember
hearing
it.
No. He got
in there. Slam. Slam's no good.
And Justin Gaethje did a forward roll. It's different, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I pick you up and I drive your shoulder to the ground, that's a slam.
Mm-hmm.
And if I pick you up and you start reaching for the ground, right, like you fold yourself over and you get to the ground before I can put you there, you can roll and initiate a scramble.
Okay.
It was an intentional thing on Justin Gaethje's part. But yeah, no, he doesn't get controlled. He's a super high level wrestler. He's the only All-American that Northern Colorado University has ever produced. I don't know if DeBronx can take him down. I don't know if DeBronx can knock him down. Like, I said this about Michael Chandler too, though.
The thing about Oliveira is he can take your back standing up too, though. He's very good at it. He's very good at standing back takes. He's just a great grappler. It seemed like in his 2 fights though, Oliveira, he's not changing his style. When they say go, he's coming on. He's gonna go with forward pressure. Gaethje, I think he's adjusted a little bit. I don't think he's gonna go crazy in the first round. I think he's gonna be a little more. I think he's gonna try to outpoint Oliveira, especially the first round when Oliveira's fresh. I don't think he wants to even try to be down. I don't think he wants to go down with him early. But Oliveira seems like even against Chandler and Poirier, he came out with pressure right away. Pressure. With that, I mean, I was kind of surprised. I mean, maybe it's wrong. What do you think? I expected a little more out of him, even though it was Khabib. I thought Khabib made that look really easy. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
I thought it was a little too easy. But
Gaethje defended some like really good positions from Khabib. Like situations where Khabib would have taken most people down, Gaethje took them away from him, right? Like Gaethje got to
I remember that in the first round, yeah. And then Gaethje smiled after Khabib took him down like late in round 1, but it was like a respect smile, you know. He like smiled to his corner, like what the fuck, like this guy. It's like, but he just knows where to go, like every time. Like it's like I did everything right, and he still found a good shot.
I think it was Poirier that said that Khabib's he's not impressively strong. Like obviously he's strong, but it's not that he's impressively strong. It's that he's
right.
3 moves ahead of you and he's better at all of them.
Right.
Dude, I'm a bigger Charles Oliveira fan than I am a Justin Gaethje fan, and I'm a huge Justin Gaethje fan, but I do not see the path to victory for Charles Oliveira.
Wow. Strong. Like, so you agree with the algorithm set? Yeah, my number says Gaethje wins this fight more times than he does not. But Charles is up a small betting favorite. Now he's like median. He's like minus 180.
I can't remember times, except for against Khabib, when Gaethje's back was against the wall at all. And I could be wrong on that, but I can't remember him being in prolonged clinches with people, and that's kind of what it takes to get your back taken.
Yeah.
There's got to be a couple seconds where we clinch. If that doesn't happen, man, like, I don't know. I just, like, honestly, I want both of these dudes to win. This is one of those few situations where I don't want there to be a loser in this fight. Normally, I'm more than willing to say, fuck that dude. But, like,
yeah,
I want one of them to have the 165 title and the other one to have a 155 title. Or the 154 title. Like, I just don't want this. I don't want to know. I don't want to know who wins this fight.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I think it's really hard to predict. The only thing I confidently I don't think it's going to go the distance, but you can't bet that because it's just hard. It's like so high. The odds are too stupidly high. I mean, over 1.5 rounds. If you bet it when it opened up, minus 120. Now that's like minus 200 to go over 1.5 rounds. So that was like a smart, like a good bet, championship fight. Usually they can sit around, for a little bit, but I don't even know about that because, like I said, Oliveira is going to come forward right away. And I don't know how long Gaethje is going to relax before he opens up. Even though it's a fight, he's been more reserved, and he knows it's. I'm sure he knows it's 5 rounds. I did, but I don't know how he turns into Gaethje and just starts unleashing shots. How is that going to tire him out later? Like he can gas. But you look great. You
training for
look great against Ferguson for 5 rounds.
For the majority of Justin Gaethje's career, his goal was to be the most exciting fighter in history.
Yep.
And then he lost those 2 fights.
Yeah.
He went to Trevor Whitman and he said, it's no longer my goal to be the most exciting fighter in history. It's my goal to be the UFC champion.
Yep, I agree.
And this isn't like this is like a legitimate thing that I heard about. This isn't.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, gotcha.
I saw it too.
This is like an exact, like, he completely changed.
Yeah, I saw that interview.
Decision making, not his. He didn't change his style. He changed his decision making. Make smarter decisions. He still gets into car accidents. He still creates 35 car accidents a fight. He just doesn't create them all in the first round.
Yeah, I know, and I mean, you can hurt, like we've seen, you can hurt Oliveira. It seems like you can hurt him, but they didn't put him away. I don't, man. I don't. Gaethje's different though. Gaethje's got fucking power. Like he's got power, volume. Like violent. Like he's very like he's a violent dude in there. Oh no, this is very hard. It's just I mean, God, very. I don't know how you bet, like how you can confidently just bet somebody in this fight. Like it's so hard. It's tough.
Yeah, this is a hard pick.
Oliveira just keeps getting better. Like I know, like he made mistakes like against fighters, and I know like he got guillotined by Anthony Pettis. I remember that. Like he made a huge mistake. But this is like 6 years ago. I mean, he just doesn't make those mistakes anymore. He's actually turned those into strengths, and I think he's guillotined 2 people since then that tried to do that on him. I mean, his grappling is so ridiculous. Like, I'm sure there's going to be some. I mean, is his wrestling amazing? No, I think Gaethje's a better wrestler. Oliveira is a very sound technical striker. He doesn't have the power Gaethje has, though. But I mean, his grappling, like he choked out Jim Miller in 1 round, choking out guys. All these, like, he's just so knocked out Nick Lenz. They're all finishes. He just finishes every. Kevin Lee guillotine was pretty nice.
Finished 3 times.
Hmm?
The other thing about Oliveira's career is they just kept giving him shitty fighters for him to finish so that they could build his name as the #1 submission artist. Like, if you look at his record, it's a bunch of dudes you've never heard of.
Some guy, yeah, I'm sure there's some guys on there, but not in the UFC. Like, I recognize all these names.
I do.
No, you do. Paul Felder, Clay Guida, Jim Miller, Nick Lenz. Everybody knows Kevin Lee. Then the Tony Ferguson fight was just, I think he was just like made people say, wow, he just fucking dominated Tony Ferguson. And Tony Ferguson doesn't get dominated like that on the ground. Like Tony Ferguson's a really good grappler. What that Ferguson got. Maybe Ferguson's not. Dariush seemed to control him pretty easily too. The Chandler fight, he looked good. The Poirier fight, Poirier's awesome. He just, I don't know. This is it's hard. This is a tough fight. All right, I'm gonna go with Bronx.
Ooh, what do you think he's going to do? How do you think it's going to happen? You think he's going to win a decision?
No, I don't think he wins a decision. I think he wins. I think he finds a strangle. That's his only way to win.
Interesting.
He's just been so good at it. I don't know. Like the Poirier fight was. I don't know. I mean, I know Gaethje can. I don't know. I know Gaethje's. He was all stopping, but it's hard. It's a tough fight.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm about to pass out.
All right,
I got to run. I'll be up at I gotta be up in 6 hours with kids.
all right. Do your thing. I'll talk to you soon.